You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works.
Why not?
I thought that too. I was like, yeah, why not?
That shit shouldn't have worked right there. I ain't explaining nothing in this movie. Why not? Everyone, just a quick reminder to join me for a night of sit-down comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club, December 13th, this time in the big room. Get your tickets by going to doubletoastedny.com, broadwaycomedyclub.com, or simply doubletoasted.com, and I'll see you soon. As I said to Martin the other day, Thanksgiving is around the corner, so that means that we are thinking about Christmas right now, man. Ain't nobody thinking about no Thanksgiving until it gets. We think about eating and having.
Get my turkey now so I can start thinking about Christmas.
Yeah, let me eat my turkey and let me, get the hell out of here before I start arguing with Uncle Willie over here. Thanksgiving, you just want to eat and you're around people you don't want to see, but Christmas, that's what you're looking for. Even Hollywood has noticed that. Thanksgiving ain't even here, and we already getting Christmas movies. And the Christmas movies are getting bigger and bigger. No more Hallmark Channel type stuff and no more, cartoons for the kids there. Now, Christmas movies are getting so popular now, they're turning into blockbusters. And that's why you get big stars in there like The Rock or Dwayne Johnson, the thespian Dwayne Johnson. And that's who we get in this movie, Red One. So, Dwayne Johnson plays Cal. I don't know what he is. He's a magical man or a giant ass elf. I don't know. Yeah. But listen, he's been working with Santa. You can see right here. Look, he's smiling there. He's been working with Santa for a long time. It's been nice, the reindeer love him and everything. But he's just not feeling the holidays anymore. The adults are so angry and they're just ruining the spirit of Christmas. That's when he tells Santa, look, who's played by J.K. Simmons. He says, I'm out, man. I quit. It's time. It's been what, 300-400 years?
More like
500. Oh my God. Yeah, it's time for me to retire, man. I should have retired 100 years ago. But hey, you know what? I'm loyal. However, right he's about to quit, Santa is kidnapped by a witch who feels that Santa isn't tough on crime enough. At least when it comes to that naughty list. You know what? You need to punish you little bastards out here. But if you ain't going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'll get it done. And how does she do it? Well, she gets the help of a sports betting guy who's also a hacker. Jack O'Malley, there he is right there, who can find anybody. Even help find Santa Claus.
Man, okay. This is.
And hey, listen. He didn't really mean to find Santa, but hey, he was a big help. But now that he did play a role in getting Santa kidnapped, that's when Kyle finds us. He's like, "You damn right, you're gonna help me find my old boss since you did this. I had a hand in it." And by the way, we start now because we still have to get Santa back in time for Christmas.
Tonight.
I mean, forget saving the world and, enslaving a bunch of kids and, you'll see the movie or you won't. But it is dire that we get Santa back. Let's go ahead and look at this. Because y'all say this is stupid. Hey, I ain't making this up.
No. Your summary of the movie wasn't too bad.
No, you did a good job. It's just when watching it tonight, I was like, this is pretty convoluted, but when you say it out loud,
I know.
point by point, and you just laid out the premise. You didn't even go through all the stuff that's in there. Oh my God!
They didn't change what he said to the Wikipedia shit.
Yeah. This is why, and I tried to put it as simple as I could.
Yeah.
So hey, you know what? Like, listen, maybe tell you what, it sounds crazy when I say it, but when you see it in action on the trailer right here, maybe it's better. Let's let the trailer speak for itself.
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list. You don't mean that list. NL4.
That goddamn list. Yeah, nobody saw that.
That's why I was going to watch the movie.
Boy, people sitting right there. He ain't trying to go to an alley or nothing. People right out there to see that car.
Ain't nobody saying shit.
See that damn toy car become big. All right, sure. All right.
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works.
Why not?
I thought that too. I was like, yeah, why not?
That shit shouldn't have worked right there. I ain't explaining nothing in this movie. Why not?
Come on. There's
much in here that is...
Clark said it's magic.
That's what they do.
Okay.
Somebody has magic, they can do whatever they need. The plot needs them to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how does a car have gas?
Boy, people,
Not of
What
the
I just
natural
said.
world.
We got snowmen.
okay, all right, y'all get it, shit. All right. Listen, so you you're looking at this, and like I said, with holiday movies, they gotta up everything up. You know, we can't be simple Yuletide traditional movies anymore. You know,
They still have those.
yeah. But this is not one of them.
No,
right here.
no.
This one, Santa has finally embraced the corporate side of Christmas to the point where he runs a North Pole like a military outfit now. So this leads to corny puns like elves are not, or an elf is not what you think. Elf is now that stands for enforcement, logistics, and fortification.
Yeah.
This is
and don't you dare call him an elf.
no.
Even though that's written right there on his chest.
No, and exactly. Don't you dare mention that to him. The North Pole even looks like a military space base. If you look at it right here, North Pole looking like somebody decorated Blade Runner for Christmas.
Well, the way you get to the North Pole is like it's North Wakanda.
Yeah, no, it really is.
It's got that force field,
Yeah.
that cloaking that you got to go through.
Yeah, they got North Pole looking like Wakanda over here, man. And this is all to make Christmas more badass now. It's Christmas is so badass that even Santa's a badass. Look at this. He's all swole now and everything. His office is actually a gym. I will tell you this. I give it to J.K. Simmons. He's back to looking kind of jacked.
Sure.
Sure. And that's saying a lot for being in a movie with Dwayne Johnson. Like, I ain't saying you're bigger than Dwayne Johnson, but if somebody can look at you and stop looking at Dwayne Johnson and be like, damn, you looking good.
Yeah. No. He's looking real good. He's looking real jacked. And he shows it off in the movie for no reason whatsoever.
No.
That doesn't play a single plot point. There's nothing about him working out with these giant weights to off his muscles.
Actually, there is. There is. It all plays into his training of being Santa and have to do what he does every night. They did. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to throw your point off.
No. You're right. All right, I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I still think that was a bit much, but you didn't have to have that. But okay.
Yeah, because they show him like during this time of year. That's what he does. He trained.
That was more like cardio, though.
Yeah, well, he trained like he's lifting 500, 600 pounds over his head. He's doing about 500 push-ups. So it's all for him to like be ready to like deliver 1 billion toys in one night. So I'm not trying to
6
throw
billion.
it
But
okay, who's counting at this point? As you can see, everything else is looking modern here. Snowmobiles and sleighs. They look like rockets now or something out of a Black Panther or a James Bond sci-fi movie. And he's also running his corporation alongside his military base. He's running that alongside mythological creatures. You can see here that you saw a talking polar bear, but there's goblins and other mythological creatures from stories that we've heard. They're all protected by a government agency called MORA. That's Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority. I like these concepts. I like these ideas. I like some of these characters. I like a swole Santa. I don't mind doing that. We haven't seen that before. Chris Evans. I actually like Chris Evans in the movie, man. Chris Evans, everybody loves him as Captain America. I like when he plays an asshole.
Which he's been doing a lot because I'm sure he's like, I can't get pigeonholed in this Captain America, only getting these kind of roles. I liked him a lot in this. He's doing his natural Boston accent.
Exactly.
He's shady, although they make him a total just straight up asshole in the beginning.
Oh, he's a complete asshole.
And then they do a little switcheroo the way they make it like, well, he's all right. He's just a little shady.
Yeah,
he ain't so bad.
Listen,
because they're like, hey, we got to have you like this guy.
No,
I think he is maybe the best part of the movie.
No, I loved him in the movie. He's, like you say, he's a complete asshole. He's a deadbeat dad. He's got a gambling addiction. He steals candies from babies, He's so and that's all that's all in the beginning of the movie.
First scene.
Yeah.
I don't really buy that he's an expert hacker.
No, that's too much.
I don't buy him as somebody that can hack cable.
Right.
Much less hack, so well that he's hired by shadow agencies, to find Santa Claus.
He's got a nickname on the dark web.
Yeah, on the dark web. Yeah.
But they just throwing
Candy
concepts
fucker.
out there.
Yeah, but he's still fun to watch in the movie, man. I like him. I agree with you, Martin. I think he's a.
Well, it's a sort of a thankless role that you see a lot, where somebody's character just has to react to everything, and it gets old after a while. But he finds a way to make it fresh.
Yeah, and and like I said, man, I like the idea of modernizing the North Pole and the image and look of Santa and lore of Santa. I even like the military part, up until, probably the moment Santa gets kidnapped.
I need eyes on red now. Nick! Reach!
So you can even see Santa's kidnapping is treated like a military mission when it happens right there. So, I think I enjoyed it up until Santa went missing.
Well, shit, bro. That's
That's
the
the
early
beginning
part.
of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
first
like
15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's first 20 minutes of the movie.
Well, one of the reasons why is when Santa's gone, I have to give gifts myself because Santa's not going to do it, Martin. So, but you know what? I'm prepared, right? Martin's like, I'm gonna shit. Martin said, you know what? Can I have that and beat you with it? That'll be my Christmas gift. But we do have to give a word out to our sponsor right now, which is Uncommon Goods. And here's the thing about Uncommon Goods. As I said, everybody's thinking about Christmas shopping right now because Thanksgiving is here. We ain't worried about Thanksgiving. We're worried about what we're going to buy our friends and family out there. And as I said, you can always buy the usual. Even if it's expensive, it's still the usual. Everybody got it. It ain't nothing special. Well, with Uncommon Goods, you can get that special thing. First of all, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses out there. With every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit of your choice. I think you'll be happy if you get something on there too, or you get something for somebody. So here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a good deal, first of all. So you go to uncommongoods.com/toasted. You'll get 15% off your next gift. I wanna thank Uncommon Goods for sponsoring this portion of the show, and I wanna thank all of you out there for your support. Now, as I said right here, I said I like these ideas, and then I think there is a clever idea enough for a good movie here. For me, though, the movie is, and the reason why when that whole thing happened when Santa got kidnapped, the reason why I got out the movie at that point, because that's when the movie really became fixated on being edgy and badass, and it was for me, it was missing the emotion and the spirit that you needed for a Christmas movie. Now, if this didn't have that kind of message at the beginning, then I wouldn't mind. If this was a cynical movie, or if this was an edgy movie, or if this was Die Hard or something, I'd be like, okay, cool. But they start out with but Christmas. You know what I mean? So, for me, this is an example of a good idea that's ruined by way too much CG, bringing in way too many genres, that it loses its own message that it began with. You were laughing during the trailer. I don't know how you feel about this.
I was laughing at you.
Okay.
We were laughing.
I was laughing at how ridiculous the premise was from you saying it out loud. I knew that I was watching it, but having you say it like that was just like, wow.
Well, how do you feel about the actual movie then?
Well, about the actual movie, I'll say this, that I really expected to hate this movie. And when the actual movie, I was surprised to find it. I thought, it's fine. I guess. I don't know. It's everything you said. It's too much CG and too much action. And this movie, it does that weird thing where it's too much, but it's not enough at the same time.
Yeah.
Because so much of it, like almost every time with there's too many different concepts going on, and there's too much. We got to go here. We got to go here. We got to go here. But when it comes to the writing of the characters, at least for the jokes, it's like they're leading up to something funny, but every time they stop and they pull back. Mm-hmm. And yeah. When it starts out, You get to see little Jack when he's younger, but the stuff with J.K. Simmons as Santa and him and The Rock, they have, J.K. Simmons, there's some tender moments there. But within 15 minutes, he's taken out of the picture.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, so all that good, interaction, that's gone. now we got these two guys, on this adventure together, and somebody said they had no chemistry. I say that's not true. They got a little bit of chemistry, a little bit,
A smidgen.
And it's mostly because of Chris Evans. The Rock is just, his character is just his stoic self all the way through, and you're just kind of like, man, it's a good thing we got this guy here, because I cannot sit through this whole movie when you're just doing the same thing, going from one lame adventure to the next. I liked Krampus, at least the actor playing him, but there's just so much there. This movie just it feels too familiar. Like you could just feel it. I don't know if they use AI to come up with the plot or whatever, but you could just feel it pulling from so many different things. It's so trying to be a Marvel movie, like to the point where we even see The Rock use PIM particles.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys. You got a lot of concept here, and if you could just cut it down to half of them and develop something, I feel like we could have really had a good, a different Christmas classic. But as it is, it's a lot of stuff that doesn't really stick.
This is an action movie. It's a buddy movie. It's a wannabe comedy. It's a kids movie. It's not a kids movie. It's an edgy. It's an edgy comedy at some point. So you have all these things where they really can't decide what it wants to be, or these things aren't fitting together too well. It's very clumsy how they fit together. In addition to that, you got ideas that are mashups. When they go, when they go to Krampus, all of a sudden, in addition to being all these other genres, now we got two different movies going on. Hell, we go see Krampus, and all of a sudden we at Hogwarts. It's Harry Potter combined with the Star Wars Cantina. So because you got all these damn creatures sitting around here. So it's just kind of like, all right, man, you really don't have a grasp on what this is.
Yeah.
On what this movie is, what the story is. And listen, I know you like Dwayne Johnson. To me,
who are you talking to?
Well, like who?
He was the main reason I didn't want to see the movie.
Man, Dwayne Johnson.
Martin said, Martin's about to do that shit. Who are you talking about? Well, Dwayne Johnson, to me, man, in almost every scene, he smiles about 3 times in this movie. Every other time, he's got that look on his face. Thing that's that's not helping the lack of spirit here is Dwayne Johnson. He plays the character of Kyle too stern for me. There's no charm or growth to this character. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just kind of Dwayne Johnson playing the way he plays a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Very serious.
That's what I was saying. Chris Evans has to do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. And the villain in this movie even seemed generic, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
She seemed like an afterthought.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, people. The villain in this movie, the witch. Who played that role?
I know I've seen her before, but
I haven't seen her before.
She's been on Mad Men, I think.
I think she was in Long Legs, wasn't she?
No. That's talking about no, she was not. No, she was not. No, she was not.
Okay.
No.
I believe you.
But the villain in this movie, the witch, it's just something to give the heroes something to fight. And also, it's just she's a setup for another big CG effect. Mm-hmm. That's all. Mm-hmm. They even foreshadow it. I was just like, all right, you know what? I don't think that I'm like you. I heard a lot of bad things about this movie. Some of those things I agree with very much, but I don't think it's a horrible film. It's just bland.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if I had been, if somebody dragged me to watch this at the IMAX theater like it was showing tonight, I might look at it and be like, it looked cool. That was not a waste of time.
Yeah.
I'd rather be at home.
Yeah.
But if this comes on TV, you just happen to watch it. It'll probably keep your attention. You probably watch it all the way through. You won't remember a whole lot after that.
No, it just doesn't stick with you.
Man, There is nothing that leaves an impression here. That's the problem of doing, when you're a movie that's trying to wow somebody with so much CG and effects and these wild set piece scenes and action and whatnot, you do so much that you remember nothing. I don't hate this, man. I don't hate it at all, but I had fun with some parts. Like I said, I'm in love with a lot of the ideas, and that's about it. It's a rental, flat out rental for me.
Okay, yeah. I had a point I wanted to make. Oh, yeah. Well, to what Julian kept saying with our last review, this is just turn your brain off night. Because I was just just turn your
more to turn your brain off.
turn your brain off and just let it play, and especially if it's not something you got to really pay attention to. And like if this is coming to Amazon, which I think it is, that's the place for you to watch it.
Yeah, it'll be on Amazon the Friday.
Seeing it tonight in IMAX, like just about everybody came out going like, well, it's better than I thought it would be, but it ain't nothing to think about. But yeah, even watching IMAX, I was like, why is this in IMAX? This doesn't even make sense.
Don't make no sense.
Because Amazon got.
You want to know why this is out? Let me save you some time, because I ain't gonna be the one to tell you to go watch this movie. You come back and cuss me out. I'm not telling you to watch it. I'm not. I think it's bland. I think it's really, if it's just on, it's on. The reason why it's at the theater is because we talked about this before we started. It's because just some movies, they want to try to get eligible for any kind of award, and nomination at the Academy Awards. Even if it's for effects, sound editing, or whatever. So that's the reason why it's probably going to the theater, for that. Otherwise, keep your ass at home. Please don't. I'm just telling you.
Listen to us.
Telling y'all, man, it's not terrible. I don't think it might be terrible if you put the effort into going to see it.
Like, you got to go drive and go see it?
I'm not telling you to do that. Now, if you like it, that's fine, but I ain't going to be the one to tell you to like it. So, yeah, it's a rental from both of us.
Well, off the bat, it's one of the worst movies I've seen this year. I ain't even gonna lie to both of y'all. Y'all talking about the chemistry between Chris Evans and Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, I don't think
I ain't gonna lie. I'm the one of the people that said there was no chemistry there. I
said it was a little bit. I don't even think it's a little bit.
Okay, I get what you're saying with the Chris Evans part. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But I think of the scene where he was kind of on him about how he's raising his kid or not raising his kid.
Okay, and those emotional scenes, they didn't even get to me. I'm like, I see what they're supposed to do, but I'm like, I'm not feeling no type of emotion watching this. You know why?
Because they're typical, man. You've seen them
so many times. Yes, and you had brought up a good point. Like, this feels like so many other movies and stuff like that. I was like, when I was watching it, I was kind of feeling the same exact way. The characters aren't even written well. They're not good. Dwayne, terrible. Chris Evans, yeah, you're right. He gives the best performance in the movie. I thought who would get the best performance would be J.K. Simmons. But he don't even do nothing in the movie. I mean, he be sleeping throughout half the goddamn movie.
Maybe he does get the best performance. He's just not.
J.K. Simmons gives a great performance.
He be sleeping.
I actually loved him when he was at the beginning of the movie. When he was at the mall.
That was good. That was good. And that's the only part he was good.
He's kidnapped and knocked out.
But other than that, that's probably the easiest paycheck he's ever got in his life. Because half the time, like I said, he's just sleeping the entire freaking movie. This was a big wait. And it's just 2 hours. It's 2 hours. I could have been doing something else in my life. Yeah, I could have been doing something else in my life.
You wouldn't be able to come here and talk all this shit.
Still, it's 2 hours. That's gone. I was like, I'm watching it. I'm like, please be better. Please be better. And it don't get no better, y'all. Like I said, this is probably my worst movie of the year so far. I got to really think about it.
Oh, you ain't seen enough movies this year.
Yeah, I probably haven't. But yeah, because I haven't. There's not been a lot this year that I have disliked. This has been like, I hate this shit. So this is some old bullshit. I ain't gonna lie.
All right,
I hated this movie, y'all.
All right then.
Okay.
Damn, you even criticize. Damn, Julian. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.